Okay, we are going to read The Legend of Raven and Fog Woman, and this is a legend. It's retold by Susan Blackaby and illustrated by Amanda Hall. So we're going to set a purpose before we read. Now read a legend that reminds people to value the gifts of others. So think about the other story that we just read about totem poles. Back here, Shotridge's story, okay? Now we're going to read a legend that reminds people to value the gifts of others. So let's get started. We'll do a quick picture walk. It's not very long. Right here is Shotridge's totem pole, and it shows Fog Woman's gift of salmon. Then we have an illustration right here. Remember, this isn't a photograph. It's an illustration, but it helps us to understand the story better. We may not understand it right now, but as we're reading, hopefully this picture makes some more sense to us. Okay, and then on here we have some more illustrations. We see that there's a salmon. It's labeled salmon. We can see that there's this black bird. This woman looks like she's dumping a basket of fish into a river or a stream. And then something's happening over here. Looks like they're leaving, but they're not full bodies. Back here you can see a totem pole and maybe a village. So we'll have to find out. I think that's the end of that one. Yep. So, The Legend of Raven and Fog Woman, retold by Susan Blackaby, illustrated by Amanda Hall. One day long ago, Raven went fishing. He needed to get ready for winter. Again and again, he cast his nets or threw his nets, but he didn't catch a single fish. As he paddled or rowed toward shore, Raven became lost in a swirl of fog, clouds close to the ground that are hard to see through. The fog was so thick that Raven didn't notice the beautiful woman sitting next to him. Then suddenly she spoke. "Lend me your hat," she said, or "Give me your hat," she said. Raven took off his hat, and Fog Woman used it to gather up the fog. When the sky cleared, Raven returned home with the mysterious woman, or unusual or interesting woman. Soon after, Raven and Fog Woman were married. Winter arrived and food was scarce or hard to find. One rainy morning, Raven felt grumpy and hungry. He scolded Fog Woman. He spoke angrily to Fog Woman, who was making a basket. "You're wasting your time," snapped Raven. "What good is an empty basket?" Fog Woman didn't answer. Fog Woman filled the new basket with water and washed her hands in it. When she dumped the water back into the creek, 4 silvery salmon, right, or fish, slipped out. Raven asked, "How did you do that?" Fog Woman didn't answer. Day after day, she filled the basket with water, and soon the creek ran bright with salmon, or was full of salmon. No one in the village went hungry, but Raven wasn't satisfied or happy. He clawed the ground with his feet and flapped his wings angrily. "Tell me your secret," Raven demanded or ordered. Fog Woman wouldn't answer. Raven lost his temper or got really mad, became angry. "If you won't tell me, then go," he shouted. As Fog Woman left, the salmon rushed after her. Raven rushed after her too. He reached for her, but he couldn't hold on. Fog Woman had turned into mist or small drops of water. Raven lost Fog Woman forever, but each year she sends a basket of salmon so that no one in the village goes hungry.